Ladies and gentlemen, the world is a divided place. We can obviously see definite distinctions in the world. There are lots of divisions and detachments, and they come over race, color, gender, and everything. And not much to my surprise, there are contrasting swords clashing over religion and beliefs as well. So it comes in different perceptions, it can be between the religions, between science and religion, and at times between the belief of contrasting sciences as well. And all of them have gone on to be real detriments, and it's not quite surprising as to why it has rendered badness, because neither of the human divisions have actually helped any cause at all. So, as I went through the particular core of this particular problem to explore the key question, I came up with the answer that everything happens because every group with a personalized ideology tries to establish what truth is. It need not necessarily have to be the ultimate truth, but any truth in whatever that they say, regardless of its size. Everyone has a say on it as to what principles dictate the truth to that particular substance. It can be about the ultimate wisdom at one point, and in the meantime it could be the most simplest thing. It could be about the truth behind the real temperature of your ice cream, and it can go on to be a discussion about what mindfulness is. So at the end of the day, the real question is, who speaks the truth? Ladies and gentlemen, in my opinion, where the world is hardly any static in nature, I think there is nothing called truth. Truth, ladies and gentlemen, is just an illusion. And we call things truth if they are highly relative and close to our beliefs. Therefore, truth is the closeness of anything to your static belief. So, for an example, if you believe in an unseen force, the question is how relative the thing that you grasped in your fingertips is to that particular unseen force. If it's close, you think, okay, this is the truth. But to know if it is the truth exactly, your belief needs to be static, right? Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something very important. Your belief is not static. Now see, for an atheist, his belief is the concurrent threshold of science investigations. For a religious person, his belief is how much he has explored the religion. These things are inside a process, and we are placed in a linear highway called time. We look back at the highway and say, oh, this is human evolution, but we never look ahead and say we are still in the process. We think it's over and we are at the threshold, but it is not. The process seems forever, and it seems forever, at least for the moment right now. Now, talking about investigations, you can't come to conclusions in investigations until you have finished it. If it's an investigation that will never end, all you can do is create the environment so the latest hypothesis acts as a temporary conclusion for the time being. Well, delusion comes into the picture, however, here, because people become delusional when they think that the temporary conclusion that they created is the ultimate truth. So, for an example, if you go back in time and see Aristotle's theories in physics and how Newton superseded them, and then to see how sciences came and went periodically with the progression of atomic theory, it is evident that sciences change. So if you go back and try to convince J.J. Thomson that plum pudding model is not true, the atheists from that particular period might laugh at us for being ridiculous, because back in the day, plum pudding model used to be the ultimate belief of the scientists. So, according to later theories, it is said that the universe operates with 10 dimensions. But us humans, we only deal with 3. With human evolution, if we start to see a 4th dimension by any chance, everything we believed in might dramatically change, and everything that we believe to be true will change to be not true, and that will be so surprising. And not surprising at all as well, because with evolution we change and we develop. So that's why I always say that there isn't anything pinched on the rock called truth. It is just how relative the thing is to your belief. So with all that, the question hits home, what are we going to do with this particular thing called belief? I say belief is good as long as it leads you to a good lifestyle. Because the most basic thing in this world, evident to our eye, is that if we live a life with no bad and cruelty, our life will be good and fine. We can be interested in the tomorrow to come as long as we don't have the burden of a bad character deposition. A religion is not always needed to teach this simple thing. Even the atheists know that particular thing, and they know leading a nature-friendly, human-friendly lifestyle will out to render lesser predicaments. The only difference I see between an atheist and a religious person is an atheist is an independent thinker, but a religious person is a much obliged person. So if your goal is to hunt the truth, I think you have to think rationally and independently. If your goal is to lead a better lifestyle, well, either way helps, because no teaching ever asks you to do bad things. The world needs that love and compassion, and we need to get rid of these divisions just to be united. So if you are obliged or not, it doesn't matter. Just be that good human being.